Hello, Cancer. I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com, and this is your weekly read for the week of the 24th to the 30th of August 2020. So I'm just clearing out the energy from Leo's read. Ready for yours so that we can give you some clear guidance about this week that's going to move you forward. I always hope my readings are clear, not only clear, but they're actually useful so that you can actually move forward in your life. So, Cancer. It's the weekend when I'm publishing this. So if you're watching it the weekend that I publish it, then I've got a half price reading sale going on at the moment. This weekend it's on my biggest block reading. So that's a 3-page read that I get out within 24 hours if you're ordering it, same as all my readings. And it's about your biggest block. So what your biggest resistance is, how you're holding yourself back from what it is that you want, whether it's a relationship or a business or money, success, a location change, whatever you want in your life. So if you're not actually receiving it at the moment, then you're blocking it in some kind of way. It goes into how that block came about, so who taught it you or what experience you had to create that pattern or that belief in the first place, and also how to release it, most importantly. So if that sounds good to you, this weekend there's 75 Australian dollars instead of 150, which is about 50 American dollars instead of 100. So it's a great time to book in for one of those. If you do want to book in, I'll pop a link for it up there. There's a link in the description box for this video, and you can find it on my website, BeHealing.com. If you go on BeHealing.com, you can also, when you scroll down any page on there, there'll be a little window pops up inviting you to put your email address in to join my mailing list. And if you do that, I will send you an email when my pick a card reads are out, any special offers, and also the weekend for the half price reading sale, so that you never miss out on one of those if you're watching this in the week and you missed it already. And you also get a voucher code for $5 off as well, which you can use as many times as you want on any of my products on my website too. So it's well worth doing that. So let's have a look. Cancer, what have you got going on this week? While I'm shuffling these cards, one came out already. I'll just get one of the other light seers out as well. While I'm doing this, I just want to tell you about the collective energies, because it's very important to know this before I tell you your reading, because it's a huge week this week for everybody. It's about collaborative things coming together. If you ever watch the film about Facebook and how it originated, that start story for anything of the people that came together and how it all came about, that's the week that we've got. This is a week that is going to go down in history, but we're not going to see it until a bit further on when people reminisce about this week and how important it was. Because people are going to come together with some kind of collaboration. Ideas will be flitted around, the right people coming together to create. Well, it could be 2 people coming together to create a relationship. It could be a few people coming together to create something in a community. It could be a few people coming together to create something amazing in the world. That's the kind of stuff that's happening. And so let's find out what your part is in that. And so the readings this week, they have been about that, where you're starting from and where you're headed to in that story, and how to get there too. So if there's anything to heal and remove on the way, so that you can actually play your part in that. So Cancer, wow. You've got the Knight of Inspiration here. So there's an idea, there's some inspired idea that you've had and you want to rush headlong into it. I know not to do this now, right? I had this idea and it's actually, I've manifested it now. But if you've been following me for a while, I actually told people when I had this idea, but I didn't tell them what the idea was. Now, and I only started actually implementing this idea about 5 weeks ago when I started the pick of cards. It wasn't about the pick of cards, it was about the deeper dive reads. And when I first had the idea about it, it wasn't a fully formulated idea. And every part of me wanted to rush into it like this. But I've had this business for 20 years now, and I've rushed into it like this, and I've messed up an amazing idea and not let it, it's just fizzled on the floor because I didn't let it develop properly. I know not to do that. So months ago, when I had this idea about the deeper dives, I'm like, okay, this is a precious one. I need to sit on this one and let it develop. So because I don't want to rush in and fizzle out to nothing. I want to let it develop to something splendid, right? And it took months to do that. And so you've had an idea, Cancer, and you want to go rushing in. Maybe every cell of your body wants to go rushing in. This could be an idea of a romantic relationship or something, but do not rush in. That's where you're at the start of the week. Don't do it. Hold yourself back from it. It's not a good idea. You've got the 6 of Cups coming in. So this is about reminiscing. It's like looking back in the past and reminiscing. with rose-tinted spectacles is what I'm hearing. Um, it's like this. You're going to want to rush into something because you're seeing rose-tinted spectacles in the past. You're seeing all the bright side of everything, and you're forgetting about the dark side of stuff that's happened and the problems, which is kind of nice. It's good for your psyche and for how you feel, but it's not good because it's going to have you rushing forward. It's not that this idea, there's nothing wrong with it, right? Like my idea for the deeper dive reads. There's nothing wrong with it. It just needs to be formulated right because if you're rushing, you're not going to have all the pieces together. Oh, let's see where this is headed. Let's get a Wisdom of the Oracle card out for you. It could be Cancer that you want to rush in and give your idea away to someone else or tell people too soon as well. Another sign had that. I think it was Libra. Don't do that. Don't rush in. Just sit on it. You know, the precious things, we need to hold them precious. We need to hold them dear. We need to go slowly with them, protect them, love them, you know. We don't have a baby and then just like leave it out on the street. We protect it, we nurture it, we love it, we keep it safe. We don't just give our baby to like some random stranger on the street to look after. We don't do that, we keep it safe. So do the same thing with this idea too. It will develop into something better. And you've got the deep knowing card here. So you do have an intuitive ability. This idea that you've had, it's come intuitively. So it is right for you. But when you've been given that, it's still not right for you to rush into it. You've got to treat it dear. Now, these stars are speaking to me here. You've got the moon. You've got two moons, in fact. Or a moon and another planet. And there's all the stars there. There's a deep knowing. There's something much better. It's like this idea, yeah, it would be good now, but it would fizzle into nothing. If you just took action on it straight away, it would fizzle into nothing. Remember, this energies this week are about a collaboration, so maybe the idea is just a piece of it, and when you put it together in this collaboration, we'll see where this is headed anyway. Let's get some cards out for you for this week. What's the story with Cancer this week then, with all of this? It's interesting that you're kind of headed toward this reminiscing. Okay, so you've got go for it and peace. So yeah, making peace with going for it. So you've got like you've got push-pull energy. You've got like one horse trying to rear ahead, but it's heading that horse but it's heading you into the wrong, not the wrong direction. It's not that. It's just you go too fast. You go too fast before it's ready. And then there's another part of you that's reminiscing in the past, and it's wanting to hold back, wanting to not take action on it at all. And so this week is all about you coming to peace with that and finding balance so that you can actually move slowly and surely forward on this idea in the right way. Having patience with it. You don't need to rush into anything, really. I'm so glad that I did that with my deeper dive reads. Because if I'd have done it straight away, I would have messed up. And I realized that. I'm like, I needed to formulate it and let it come together in my mind and not me think about it. Just have other ideas come in so to formulate it properly. So because now I'm doing the pick a card reads and then the deeper dives. And you know, people are still purchasing them from weeks back, and that's what I wanted. It's like not to keep on working too hard all the time and have so many readings to do, but do something that keeps on going. Yeah. And I couldn't formulate that in my mind. I couldn't think about it. That's why I knew not to rush into it. And it did come together in the end. So you've got something really similar going on this week. You've got mystery and love. So for some of you, for a lot of you, I'm hearing this is about two people coming together. So like a twin flame relationship coming together, a love relationship coming together. And that is like a power couple thing. And together you're going to create something in the world. It's like it's a synergistic blend, you know. So you're powerful by yourself, they're powerful by themselves, but when you come together, you're powerful, more powerful than you two added together. It's like tenfold kind of thing. So you've got a mystery path to that. Someone else is involved in it. Could be Leo. Leo got their soulmate card. Theirs was very much a love connection that they're moving forward on. So you are flowing toward a new beginning. You can take it slowly. Take it slowly. Say, whoa, Nelly, slow that horse down when it's trying to pull you forward. Slow that horse down. Just let it flow nice and slow toward this new beginning, because it's going to be very different than you used to. You don't want more of the same. You don't want to rush in and let it fizzle out. And then that's what I did with my deeper dive reads too. And I had that idea. I'm like, okay, I'm not going to just throw this one away. This is a good idea. I'm going to throw it away, implement something that's not going to work in the long term too fast, and then it turned to nothing, and then I've wasted that idea. I've done that so many times over the years, I can't tell you. Well, I can tell you, I am telling you. Is it true encouragement? So you need to encourage yourself, not discourage yourself. Slow movement, you don't like slow movement. I didn't know that about Cancer. You don't like slow movement, and so you find it discouraging. You either want to race in or not at all. Taking it slowly, you're like, so if this is a relationship that we're talking about, this is like, okay, I want to dive into this relationship, let's do it right now. Or the other person wants to take it slowly because they're really honoring it and cherishing it, and you're like, you take that as rejection, it's discouragement kind of thing. Don't do that. It's really good taking things slowly. It's like that baby, like I said, you don't have a new baby and then just hand it over to anyone. You love and nurture them. You take your time with them. You know, yeah. And so I feel like some of you, someone could be trying to do that with you, taking their time with you in a love relationship, and it's discouraging you. But don't do that. It's not true. They're actually holding you dear, even if you're not holding yourself dear. Oh, what shall I get out now? Let's get these out. Spirit animals out for Cancer. What else is going on for you? Any more guidance for you this week? Yeah, slow down and bring a gentle touch. So this dear spirit is asking you to be more gentle with yourself and with others as well. Slow right down. Don't crash on in there. I really didn't know that about you, Cancer. Maybe this is just for a certain select few of you. Let's get one of these out as well. For Cancer for this week. What have Cancer got going on this week? Action. Slow action now. But it is a week for action. You do need to take action. So if we're talking about collaborations, and I'm really feeling like for a lot of you, it's that just one person, a collaboration with one person. It's about getting that relationship right and taking it slowly. Action will need to be taken now, but not too much action. I want to get another card out. Let's get one of these out. To finish this reading off, give some more information. I mean, really, you've been told to slow down and just flow with it, aren't you? Go with the flow because your higher self has got this. It is leading you toward what you want. If there is any healing work to do, then do come along to behealing.com. I'd love to help you out with that. But I really feel like you, Cancers, you are on that path to it, and you're wanting to rush headlong into it, but you need to slow right down and maybe just question that rose-tinted spectacle nostalgic thing that you've got going on. It's not necessarily healthy for you. Some of it is. As ever, there's a positive and there's a negative expression of everything. There we go. Oh, never seen this card before. Okay, you got the animal. Nature's talking to you this week. Or nature could be calming you down this week. If you're wanting to rush in, pet your dog instead, or your cat, whatever animal you've got. Birds. A lot of birds around at the moment. My friends have got birds. But yeah, being around nature, being around animals can slow you down. It can bring you that. Especially cats, right? Not both of them, in fact. Dogs and cats. They don't do much, hey? If you live like a cat, you'd have a very nice life. So it can slow you right down. Like I'm feeling it from the energy for this card. It's calmed me down. I'm speaking slower now. Pets calm us down, right? And so take some guidance and some energy from your pets. It will slow you down and stop you from wanting to rush into things there. Because if you take your time with this thing that's coming in, then it's going to be really good. If you rush in, you're going to have problems and you might waste that, and you might need another path to come in front of you before you can have this thing that you want. So there you go. If you like this reading, please click like and subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment. What did you get out of that? How does it resonate with you? Love to hear from you. Come along to my live show sometime. I do a daily show. It's almost every day anyway. Sometimes I do have a live, but it's called Psychic Cafe. It's at 7 a.m. Bangkok time. Just Google when that is in your time zone. It's live here on YouTube. Come along to it. I'd love to see you. Have an amazing week. Don't forget about my half price sales on my website, behealing.com. And I will see you next time. Bye.